Hello, good morning. It is July 15th today. In a month from now, August 15th, my internship starts. And to get to my internship twice a week, I'll have to take an hour bus there and an hour bus back, including a bit of walking beyond the hour long on the bus, right? So I was thinking I want a project that is just in my internship bag permanently. Don't have to think about it. It is just there. And I was like, I'll knit my first sweater. I'm gonna do it. I got yarn for that. It is a Squirm Sock colorway house from Undercover Otter. So this is a sock yarn. It's very pretty. I've got 5 of these. I hope that's enough. I don't know how knitting goes. But I've never made a knit garment before. I've made 1.5 socks. I still need to finish my second sock. And I've made this beanie. And that's all I've made. So I'm not really prepared mentally to make a sweater. I don't have the knitting, trust the process, I know everything hubris yet. Like I do with crochet. Like with crochet, I don't make a gauge swatch. I don't do anything. I just start and it ends up being wearable, right? For knitting, I had to make a swatch because I don't know how many stitches fit me. You can't tell when it's on the needles. With crochet, you can just tell immediately. So, I've never made a garment before. I wanted to make something a little bit before the sweater, so making a sweater vest. I'm doing that on this yarn. This is from the Wee Yarn Company. It's a nice little blue color. This is a sport weight yarn. It's Caliac Sport. I don't know how to pronounce that. Gorgeous. I also have this in a purple and leftover scrappies and in a green leftover scrap. So I might be doing some duplicate stitching once it's done. I don't know. Anyway, I've also got one balled up. I've got 2 of these. Should be enough, right? I'm not doing sleeves. So yesterday I knit up a little swatch. And now I can hear anyone who actually follows patterns and knows how to knit going, Ollie, that swatch is too small. You should have made a bigger swatch. This isn't telling you anything. Be happy I blocked it. I tried to block it, at least. It's a little ugly. This is my little swatch. I blocked it on my granny square blocking board because I was lazy. And what this is telling me is that I need 6 stitches per inch wide and then 9 rows tall for an inch. The width is the only thing I really cared about. 6 stitches per inch. My bust measurement would be 35 inches, like all the way around. I don't know how the sizes go on the actual graph thingy, the tables, the sizing tables. I think they just do like half of it because it works in panels, but I'm going in the round, so it's 35 in the round. I want some positive ease on that, so 36 inches. Puts me at 216 stitches. I've cast those on last night using a fuck ton of stitch markers to count them because I cannot do math. And I'm doing 2x2 ribbing. I'm on the second row of that right now. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna keep you updated. I'm hoping to finish it before the internship starts so I can like have my confidence of one of the projects worked out, so surely I can make this sweater. I'm not following a pattern. I'm not gonna follow a pattern for the sweater either. We're just doing whatever, right? It's gonna be great. I'll update you on this. Hi, hello. It's evening now. I did the ribbing. Very nice. Then I did 2 rows of just regular knit stitch, and then I was like, oh, but what if I did a little pattern in there? So I'm making like little, what is the English word for it? Oh, give me a second. Okay, so I apparently managed to get through an entire bachelor degree in English language and culture without ever using the word rhombus. But that is what that shape is called in English. Okay, I think the Dutch word is easier. Ruit. But yeah, I was like, man, I'm gonna get so bored if I'm just doing knit stitches the entire time. So I decided to put little purl details in there. That does mean that I probably won't be doing duplicate stitching on this, but I feel like this will look nice. And if it doesn't, I can always just take it back, restart and do something different. I'm just trying stuff out here, honestly. I don't know what I'm doing. But so far this is fun. So slay. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna finish this row so I'm not confused about where I left off tomorrow, and then I'm gonna stop for today. Hi, hello. It is the 15th. I did not finish this before the internship started. But I'm gonna take it on the bus with me, and then I'm gonna finish it on my commute to the internship like I wanted to do with that sweater. And then I should have time to also do the sweater on the commute, because this is a 2-year long internship, and if I can't finish a sweater in 2 years, we have bigger issues. I'm about 2.5 rows into the little pattern I'm doing on it. It's cute. I like it. The colors are really pretty when I'm like sitting outside with it. The lighting here is not cool right now because I've got the curtains closed because it's a heat wave. I have to go to my internship during a heat wave and look presentable. I'm wearing long jeans while it's 36 degrees. I'm not very happy about this, but we're gonna power through. I've got the yarn in the little carrying pouch thingy-majig with the hole on top that lets you feed the yarn through it, so it won't go all over the bus, and I am clipping that somewhere on my bag. Hold up. Just like this. Sure, whatever. And that's how I'm gonna be waddling around that school. Cool. If I get like a lot done on the bus today, I will update you on it when I get home. It is 2 hours, so I might, but I'm also not sure how focused I'll be because it's warm. If I don't get a lot done, I'll just update you at the end of next week when I've had 2 more days of bus time to work on it. Hi, hello, good day. It is like the next week. I took this with me on the bus. There's four repeats now, fully done. Very cool. I'm liking this. At some point while walking around and knitting, the yarn got caught on something because I have like this little thing dangling from my pants, from my belt loop, and I'm not very used to having that thing yet. I've not been walking around with it a lot, so the yarn got caught on something and snapped. So I've got some extra ends to weave in. I'll do that in a second. I'm also gonna take this with me today while we're in the car to visit family, take my grandma out for dinner. Did I want to say something about this? Oh, we're starting on the 5th repeat. Yeah, I wanted to measure it. I don't remember if I already did, but I'm going to do it now. Give me a second. Okay, every repeat is about an inch, so my 4 repeats is 4 inches. I wanted to split for the arm right under my bust because I like the armholes to be a little big, and I'm also doing some ribbon there, so extra space. A bit more than just under my armpit. Which means 4 more of these repeats, because that's about 8 inches for the amount of bagginess that I want. That's gonna take a hot minute, maybe. I am getting faster at it though. I am getting faster, and I'm having an easier time seeing what I'm doing. There is a few like imperfections in here, a few bits where I had to fix something, and I'm pretty sure I didn't do it correctly. It's like some twisted stitches or whatever, but I'm gonna let that be. Like, I don't care that much. This is my first actual knit project, wearable that isn't socks in plain stockinette knit. I feel like there's allowed to be mistakes in there. I'm already impressed that I'm even doing a little pattern in it. Yeah, I'm gonna take this with me today. It's Monday, visit family, car, about an hour. Then take it with me again on the bus to the internship this week. I only have 1 day of internship because there's something else happening on the second day that I would normally be there. So I'm not sure how much I'll get done this week. I'll update you probably when we split for the arm seams, because otherwise I'm going to be updating you a lot with just we got 1 more row. I'll see you when we split for the arm seams. Yeah, okay, bye. Hi, I am about to split for the sleeves. Sure, there is no sleeves. I'm about to split for my shoulders. Or my arms, I guess. But perfect timing. I also ran out of the first skein, so first I gotta fix this. Awesome. Hi, good morning. It's Halloween. Yay! I've been making progress on the front or back, whatever this is, panel on my commute. I'm about to split it again for the shoulder parts, because the neck is going to be here. It's going to be a little bit cropped, just because that's how I like my handmade stuff. Let me show you, actually. Okay, wait. So, right, I'm going to talk while I'm showing you this. It's Halloween today, and Ross, the guy that dyed this yarn, is hosting a little movie night at the studio, and I'm going to that. It's fun, and I'm also hoping to just finish this weekend. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I'm about to split this for the shoulder bits, go up a little bit more, and then go for the back. I'm assuming that when I block this, it'll stretch out a little bit too, but I'm not sure, because I'm not all that used to knitting yet. This is an experiment, a very long-term experiment apparently. Because when did I start this? Before the internship, right? It's now Halloween. Yeah, it's 9 AM right now. The movie night isn't until like actual evening. So I'm gonna sit on my couch and watch my YouTube videos that have been piling up all week, because I have not been watching any YouTube. I've been busy with education stuff. And I'm gonna use the candle that I got a while ago, because it's a little ghost guy. And it's Halloween now, so I get to use him. I've been saving him for Halloween. Isn't that cute? I'm just gonna sit and chill the entire day. That's my goal. That's my plan today. I have nothing else that I have to do. I have to go to the store and eat something. But yes, just knitting today. Amazing. Hi, good evening. I have returned from watching a movie at the studio. We watched Silence of the Lambs. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. It was fun, it was cool. I have not seen that movie before, and now I have, so I bought some yarn that you can't see right now because it's dark, but it's the Fagadook on Agnes' Reply. And he had 3 of these left, so I thought I would just get all of them. I made good progress. I realized I also didn't update you earlier today. I finished the front, or the back, I still haven't decided. And I managed to put it onto a cable with all of the shoulder bits and whatever included. And then I started on the back and I almost finished the second pattern repeat. And then I realized that somewhere in the middle of watching the movie or getting up for a snack or talking to someone, I messed up on counting. And I was a little bit overwhelmed because it was a few rows back, and I've been managing just fine to correct a mistake on like if I knit or purled 1 row back. But I didn't have a crochet hook with me and I didn't know how to do it more rows than 1 back, so I frogged a few rows. At first I thought I needed to put in a lifeline because that's what I'd seen on Knitting Right. Oh, the dishwasher's done. Beep beep. Nice. I took yarn with me and a darning needle even, in case I'd need to do this or in case I'd need to put any stitches on hold. And I could not wrap my head around it. I didn't want to be on my phone too long, so I didn't know how to sew in a lifeline, like which stitches, like which side of the little shape I needed to catch for that. So I just took out the needles entirely. I need to not do that right now. And I just very carefully pulled the yarn back and then I just slid the needles back in and it worked. And I finished doing that right as the credits happened, so that was cool. And one of the nice people that was there drove me home because 30-minute walk at 10:30, nearly 11 p.m. It's not the nicest thing when you live in a city. So it was very nice of that lady. I thanked her and stuff. Movie night was nice. The people were nice. Ross said that maybe he'd host it again someday, and I'll keep an eye out for that and sign up if that's the case, because it was nice. I like these people. They're fun. And I agreed that having a movie night instead of just hanging out is good, because then you're not forced to have awkward conversations. Ooh, I needed to have this be through here still. Okay, yeah. Now I have correctly taken back until before the row I messed up on. I should probably put a bright light on this and check that I've actually pulled back to before the mistake, before I continue again. I'm gonna get into my pajamas, take this upstairs with me and watch some TV in bed and see how far I can get into finishing this. I would really like to finish it this weekend. That should be doable because I have 1.5 now pattern repeats left, then a few rows of stockinette, and then the shoulders, and then I need to attach the shoulders together, do a really thin little collar situation, and then something for the armholes. Sounds like a lot, isn't a lot. I don't know. We'll see. I'll update you tomorrow morning how far I got. I'm probably going to have like an hour more before I would like to go to bed before work. The candle is black under the ghost, but when it's on, like when it's burning, it looked red, and there's some glitter in it, so maybe it has more layers to it. I'll figure out. I started it now, so now I won't feel bad if I burn it. Like at first I wanted to save it for Halloween today because it had a little ghost on top and I felt bad lighting the candle and destroying the little ghost, but it's a candle and you're supposed to use it. But But now it's just a candle and I can use it whenever. That's cool. Good night. Hi, good morning. You probably can't tell the difference, but I finished the second repeat and I'll get the third one in after work. Wahoo. So, you know how when you're knitting or crocheting, the first thing you have to come to terms with is that you can't count? I wrote down in my notes for the front, I counted my stitches on the front, and with the stitches I counted, I separated for the shoulders and stuff. I wrote down that I had 76 stitches and that I started both my shoulders with 30 and ended them with 25. The shoulders are correct. Why is there 28 in the center here? There was not 76 stitches in total. But that I started back then with 76 stitches because that's what was in my notes. And I was like, well, the shapes aren't lining up, but that's maybe because of the gap I have in the armpit, you know, like it just doesn't line up with the bottom. I didn't really look to think about that any further. But this does have 16 stitches in the middle here instead of 28. So I think that means this will be the front, which we have a bit of an issue because I did a few extra rows here, because usually I want the back to have a few extra rows so the neckline goes forward a bit more. I am not frogging this entire like panel. No way. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish the second shoulder and then see how it connects and if it's bad or not. Yippee! It worked out. It works. The back is a little bit wider than the front, which is actually pretty comfortable because here it's like in line with the sleeve. And in the back it's slightly over. I need to block it still, but it goes like slightly wider. That's nice. I also need, yeah, I just need to block it, but it's the same length as this blouse. Awkward crouch. Wow. Wow. I knit something that isn't a sock. Wow. I will need to block this before I can even take proper pictures of it. But I don't have time to block it before this needs to be uploaded. Also, I don't have the stuff to block it. I need to buy new wool wash. So I guess I'll take a picture of it before it's vlogged. Thank you for joining this very slow quest in learning a new skill. Next up on me knitting stuff is either a sweater or a balaclava, probably like at the same time, unless they need the same. Oh, I need to do the balaclava first because I only have one cable of that length. Next up on the knitting journey is a balaclava. Expect that to take a while too. Knitting is slow. Crochet is speedy. Knitting takes forever. But knitting also takes less yarn, so it's good to do with my fancy yarns. Yeah, cool. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna take pictures of this now. Bye bye!